Hello and welcome to the Mind Body Power membership recording today. My name is Cynthia Sumner. I am the owner and founder of Healing Leaf and am excited to share some great information with you for this cold season. So I'll be sharing some tips and different information and natural therapies that you can do to stay healthy through the cold months, how to help keep your family healthy, yourself healthy, and how to get better fast if you do get sick. So I have included in the email a video where I shared some information on ginger, the power of ginger, so you can watch that, and then I am excited to share some other information. So to start off, I want to give you two resources to help you if you want to read further, and so beneficial. Well, actually, I'll give you two books and then also a website. So I also have included a link if you would like to actually go through some training or gain some education and a certificate. It's something that I recommend that every home should have someone that's gone through this program. It's Dr. Christopher's The School of Natural Healing, and this is the school that I actually got certified as a nutritional herbologist in. You can get what's called the Family Herbalist, and it gives you just amazing information. It's all online, super good price, and you get a deal when you click and sign up through my link. You get a discount. So that's something to think about that gives you all the information that you need to understand the body as far as going on a deeper level with natural therapies. So I recommend that. And then also, one of the books that I recommend is Dr. John R. Christopher's book called Herbal Home Healthcare. And he just explains, gives different remedies for all sorts of different problems in the body, and just goes step by step explaining. You can look up different things and read about what would be helpful. And then also, just you can be self-reliant and know sometimes you get to a point where you're like, should I go to the doctor, shouldn't I? And you hate to run to the doctor if you don't need to, but you hate to stay home if you should go. And it feels really good to be self-reliant. So I myself, my kids don't even know what a doctor's office looks like, literally, and not because I refuse to go, but because I've been blessed to be educated and to have this light and knowledge to understand the body so I don't live in fear, and to know what to do to help heal and know what to do to figure out what is wrong and what the body needs. And another book that is so helpful in knowing whether you should take care of it at home or go to the doctor is How to Raise a Healthy Child in Spite of Your Doctor by Robert S. Mendelsohn. That's Mendelsohn. And this is a 30-plus, a doctor that has been in practice for 30-plus years, and he just gives his opinion on, because he saw so many people coming through when they could have taken care of things at home, and it's important to him to help teach individuals how to be self-reliant, and he has such amazing information. And even if you don't have any kids, the information in here is for adults as well. It's for anybody. But what I love in all of the resources that I've read, hundreds and hundreds of books. I just have so many on my shelf and have done training after training, and then my own experience and just through inspiration and prayer and following that inspiration, have learned it's the same tools. And the basis of healing all comes down to emotional needs. Every physical issue that we have is triggered through an emotion. So it manifests through the body. So wherever you're weak in your body, it's going to manifest there. And we've been blessed on this earth with so many different ways to heal. We can heal through food. We can heal through meditation. We can heal through all sorts of natural remedies, but understanding the emotions is key. So I guess I'm going to give you 3 book resources. Another book that I recommend, highly recommend, is Feelings Buried Alive, Never Die by Carol Trueman. And it has a list of, and then also Louise Hay. I just keep giving you more resources. I wasn't planning, but the more I talk, the more I just need to give you these resources. So also Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Body. So those 2 last books that I just mentioned, they have a guide inside on different ailments in the body, different problems in the body, and what emotion it usually is correlated with. And then you can work on the emotion to help move the energy out and bring in high frequency healing energy. And you can boost that and support it through proper eating and other natural remedies and meditation and all of that. So in Dr. Mendensoll's, his top tip for healing children, even when they're super sick with a high fever, and is to hold them, sit by them, give them attention, scratch their back, love them, bring them fresh juice, green smoothie, homemade applesauce, just vegetable broth, just something for them to feel comfort and that they're being attended to, rubbing their feet with oil, starting a bath for them, and then bundling them up in a blanket and sitting by them. So the attention and the love is what he recommends, and this is where I see all over, resource after resource. Truth just finds truth, and when you hear it over and over again, then you know that it's true. And then you can know in your heart. This also, in my own experience, I have 4 children, and all the years of taking care of them, sitting by them and attending to them has been the most important thing, and then giving their body really what it needs. So I'm going to go through a few of the illnesses that happen so often in the cold seasons. And the first one I'm going to talk about is cough, croup, pneumonia, RSV. So the first thing that you always want to do with anything going on in the body is to get the bowels moving. And I recommend plant-based supplements that would get the bowels moving. You can do an enema if the child's old enough to do it themselves or young enough that you feel comfortable doing it, or on yourself if you're sick. That's the first thing that I would do, is to just go in and do a cold enema, just water. Or just take a high dose of something to get the bowels moving. And I would recommend Dr. Christopher's lower bowel formula. And if you want any supplements that I talk about, I will also include a way to order them where you can get a discount. Okay, so the only time you want to take anything to suppress a cough is only if you or the person you're taking care of is not able to sleep. You don't ever want to stop a cough other than allowing them to sleep. A cough is breaking up congestion and getting it out. So you can do things to help break up the congestion, and I'll talk a little bit about that. But you don't want to just give them medicine, send them to school to suppress the cough. They will get either a deeper sickness like pneumonia because their coughing isn't going on and it's not breaking it up, or it'll just cause other problems in the body. So it makes the sickness last longer when you don't allow the body to do what it needs to. So it is very important to cough out the congestion. A hot humidifier during the day if possible, but for sure at night. And you can also mince onion and on a plate, set it on the nightstand or side table next to the bed. The fumes break up congestion. You can do a slice of an onion and saute on low in olive oil until it's just a little bit slimy and warm. You don't want to overcook it. Rub a little bit of olive oil on the chest, and you could even do a little bit of garlic oil, which is even better because the garlic helps boost the immune system, kills bacteria. You could also do mullein oil, and Dr. Christopher's glandular oil has mullein in it, so I recommend that for congestion on the chest. And then after the oil, whichever oil you choose, you set the slice of onion on the chest and secure it with a plastic wrap, or the plastic wrap that has sticky side. I like to use that. So don't rub the oil in too big of an area. Make sure you leave some space where it's dry so that the plastic can stick. And then put a tight cotton shirt on to hold it in place all night. I usually do this at night because it's easier to have on for a long period of time. This is extremely effective as it breaks up the congestion so well and allows it to be coughed out and cleared. You get better so fast with this remedy. I had a son that every year he would be fine all day, had no idea he was sick, and then at night he would be coughing that barking cough, and he would get very sick. And so I would do other little remedies, but he knew that if he wasn't getting better, he was getting the onion on the chest. And he hated it, but he loved it. It was a love-hate relationship. He knew that he would get better by the next day. Literally the next day, you cough, 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 get it out, and he was better. Before bed, soak in a hot bath with a half teaspoon of cayenne pepper. If your child is too sick, sometimes my kids fight me on baths when they're really sick. Sometimes they love it, sometimes they don't want to get in. At least do a big bowl of hot water and a pinch of cayenne. It stimulates the body to boost the immune system and stimulates the circulation, the blood circulation, to carry out the toxins and to carry in nutrients. But if they can, it's best to get in a bath, and then or just do the feet. Okay, and then you can mix garlic, crushed garlic in Vaseline and spread on the bottom of the feet. And when you get out of the tub, and I'll talk a little bit more about this this will correlate with the fever. When they have a fever, and this is for a cough as well, get them in the bath, pull them out. Don't dry them off. Wrap them up. Get them dressed while they're wet, or have them get dressed while they're wet. Wrap them up in comfy blankets and lay them down. So at first it's sticky and wet and it's uncomfortable, but as soon as you lay down and have the blankets wrapped around you, it's very comfortable, and the body will actually absorb the water and use it to help you get better. So this is called hydrotherapy. Okay, what else? You can do the mixed garlic, the crushed garlic in some Vaseline. Usually I don't use anything that's unnatural like Vaseline, but in this one case it's perfect because the Vaseline holds the cayenne in place. Rub it on the bottom of the feet and put socks on, and you'll be amazed at how it helps curb the coughing at night. So it will help suppress coughing at night. And then it soaks in the elements from the garlic to help to boost the body. Fresh juice, herbal teas, lots of water, and I recommend purified, alkalized, or distilled, and then smoothies. You want to eat very simple. If your kids aren't hungry, don't make them eat. The body's appetite turns off on purpose so the body can use the energy to heal, and you can go a long time without eating and be okay. But you can't go without drinking. So as long as they're soaking in the bath, drinking liquids, don't give them anything with sugar. Don't give them Gatorade. Don't give them, just to get liquids in them, don't give them stuff that's going to hurt them. Make fresh juice or get some all-natural juice. Just buy some all-natural juice, smoothies, all those things that I mentioned. Okay, strep throat starts with the same thing, get the bowels moving. And then a perfect remedy is 1 to 3 cloves garlic crushed, 1 teaspoon honey, actually 1 tablespoon honey, and then a pinch of cayenne pepper and powder. So you want to do as much cayenne powder as you can get away with. You mix it together and take a teaspoon of that hourly. Don't drink after you chew it and swallow the honey mixture. The honey alone is very healing. The garlic is a natural antibiotic, and the cayenne draws the blood to the area and carries out the germ faster. Also a lemon garlic drink, which would be 1 cup water, 2 to 4 cloves garlic, 1 whole lemon with carrot peeler. Use the carrot peeler and peel off just the yellow part of the lemon, but you leave the white part on. The skin, the white part is very healing. And then you can drink that, and oh my goodness, you'll be better like the next day if you stay on top of that. You can use the glandular oil, which is Mullein and Lobelia, and rub it on the throat and apply it like every hour. And then I would also do dry brushing the throat that will stimulate the lymph system to carry out the germs, and then rub the oil on. I know I'm moving really fast. You can always rewind and listen again. I already talked about fevers. You don't ever want to stop a fever. The fever is burning up the germs and moving elements from one part of your body to the area that needs it. So just make sure you're drinking lots of water, soaking in the bath. Like I said before, get out of the bath, get dressed while you're wet, wrap up in blankets, and let your body use the water to heal. Your body fevers for many different reasons. Like I said, to burn and kill germs, to deal with chemical or processed foods, to move one element from one part of your body to another, kind of like moving calcium from one part of the body to the mouth when babies are teething. That's why sometimes they can get a fever. Okay, the last one is a headache. Again, get your bowels moving. So you're going to see a pattern here. Every one of those that I talked about was that you need to get your bowels moving. Most headaches come from being backed up in the colon, or dehydration or stress. Those are the three main causes. It's usually a backed up bowel. And then it can be two or three things that are causing it. When you're backed up, it puts pressure on nerves that travel all the way to your head. Drink lots of water as well as fresh juice if possible. Reflexology and massage works wonders for headaches. Peppermint oil, Dr. Christopher Sensei ointment, and cayenne ointment is wonderful. Rub on your head or on your feet. And I apologize for moving through those fast. I could have just shared one remedy with you, but I wanted to share all of that. So if you didn't get it all, go ahead and rewind and listen to it again. But I just want to leave you with the understanding of your body is powerful. When you understand it, you can give it what it needs, and then heal very quickly and prevent. And it's not living in fear. It's getting educated and giving your body what it needs. And the basis of it all is your emotional well-being. So as a coach in my coaching program, I not only teach how to cleanse the body, nourish and rebuild it, but to cleanse emotionally as well and nourish and rebuild the spirit and the mind. So that's absolutely essential. If you feel like you would love more support, then you can either respond to this email and we can set up a free one-on-one. I can answer some questions for you. So take in some healthy food to help keep you preventing any of the germs that are going around in the cold season. Make sure you stop and de-stress and do some things that you absolutely love. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you next week.